welcome to my channel. Today I'm back with a favourites video, and I know it's a bit late, but we're going to go through February / a little bit of March favourites. So before we go any further, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you already haven't. I upload twice a week on Wednesdays and Sundays, so please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell next to it so that you get a notification every time I upload. Okay, and my first favourite is actually an old favourite. It is the YSL Touche Eclat Foundation. So if you've been following my channel, you will know that recently I've done quite a few videos which are testing out new foundations, which I will link on the screen now. So I tried the Dior Forever foundation, and I tried the Prairie foundation, which I had a blog post on, so I'll link it below. And I also tried the Too Faced foundation, so I think it's called Born This Way. So I tried quite a few foundations because I had run out of my trusty Touche Eclat foundation, and I decided to try a whole bunch of new foundations. And to be honest, I found some really good ones. Like the Too Faced foundation is really good for full coverage, and the La Prairie foundation has been an absolute love. I'm obsessed with it and I purchased it. But I have to say, even though I found some really good foundations, I was really missing my Touche Eclat foundation from YSL. Like, I realized how good it was after I'd stopped using it for about 2 or 3 weeks. So I flew out to Tokyo a few weeks ago and I repurchased this foundation at the airport just because I was so in love with it. Like, I actually really missed it, and I repurchased it and I started using it again. I just realized how good it is. It is honestly such an amazing foundation. It's not got too much coverage, but it's not got too little coverage. It's dewy but not overly dewy. It doesn't make your skin look greasy or oily. It makes your skin look glowing and natural. It looks like you're wearing nothing on. It blends in perfectly with my BB cream by Dior, and together they just give the most flawless coverage. With the BB cream, it obviously has a lot of SPF, and I take this in a shade that's almost half a shade lighter than my actual skin tone, because when I mix it in with the BB cream, it means that it just kind of gives me the perfect colour. And I honestly feel it just looks so natural and gives me so much radiance and luminosity that I just can't find a foundation that replicates it. It just, honestly, if you want a natural looking foundation, something that really mimics your skin, and if you tend to kind of bake and do a lot of contouring and concealing, then you really want a light coverage foundation. But this one is sort of medium. I wouldn't say it's too light, but you can kind of fade it down to almost nothing if you really want to. And I would say if you're looking for something that allows you to then build up your coverage using concealer, then this one is an amazing foundation. And I prefer to kind of apply a very sheer coverage and then just kind of pinpoint conceal or cover kind of the areas where I have more darkness or pigmentation with a concealer, as opposed to putting a very heavy foundation on my skin, just because I feel that that almost makes it look cardboardy. And that was my one gripe with the Too Faced foundation. It was really beautiful. It had amazing coverage. I hardly needed any concealer, but it just made my face look a little bit cakey, just because the coverage was quite heavy, and there are areas where I don't really need it, like around here, and then the foundation just tends to crease. So I really love it. I'm wearing it right now, and I don't know, not having it has really made me realize how much I love this foundation. So if you want a really good high-end foundation that's not overly expensive, then this one is a really good one. Staying on the topic of makeup, something I also picked up at the airport was this GUERLAIN lip gloss. I had a Kiss Kiss lip gloss that I absolutely love, but I ran out of it. It was a little sample, and you must have seen it in so many of my tutorials. But when I went to the counter, I wanted to repurchase that one, but they didn't have it anymore, and this is the gloss they have now. The colour is almost the same as the other one. It's kind of a very nice, soft, nudie kind of pink with gold shimmer running through it. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a little bit paler than my other gloss, but oh my god, it is the most amazing gloss. I love the doe foot applicator it has. It's not too big, it's not too small. I don't know if the camera is picking it up very well, but it's literally perfect. It just fits my lips perfectly. I can get into the little corners as well, and it doesn't pick up too much product. It literally picks up just enough. And this gloss is so comfortable. It's super kind of shimmery. It's not glittery, it's just shimmery. It gives a beautiful glow to your lips, but it's not sticky at all, and it's super hydrating. It almost feels like a balm, and it doesn't stick at all. It doesn't feel sticky, or it doesn't kind of feel thick and gloopy. It's got the most comfortable texture, and it's got the most beautiful color. I'm wearing it right now, and I just love the color. It is just so beautiful. I absolutely love this gloss. It is also on makeup. I recently tried out for the first time the so famous MAC lingering to do my eyebrows. So when I went to Tokyo, I actually forgot my Charlotte Tilbury brow definer, or whatever it's called, the pencil to fill in my brows, which I really like. And there was no Charlotte Tilbury there, so I just popped into a MAC and I picked up the lingering pencil because I had so many people rave about this, and I was like, okay, you know what, I don't have anything, I'm just gonna pick this up. And oh my god, I am in love. It's actually more long lasting than the Charlotte Tilbury one because it's just a little bit harder, it's a little bit more waxy. So I feel like it just stays put longer on my brows. And I love that it's so thin. So I don't know if the camera is picking that up, but it is super thin. It's super easy to join the hairs, and it's not too soft, which means that you've got quite a lot of control and you can actually draw in the individual hairs. The shade is perfect. It's not too brown, it's kind of quite cool tone, so it looks very natural. And I don't like to use a very dark shade on my brows because I feel it just makes them look too harsh. So this color is actually perfect, and I have to say the hype is honestly real. Like, it's hyped up for a reason, and it's because it is such a good pencil. What I do is, because it's slightly too light for me, I then go in with a little bit of powder, and I use actually just an eyeshadow from the Charlotte Tilbury palette, the Sophisticate palette, and it's just like a cool brown, and I use that to kind of fill in any areas where I feel like it needs to be a little bit stronger. And honestly, that combination is working wonders for me, and that brings me on to my next favorite. And my next favorite is this MIKASA brush. So it's an angled brush, and it's quite hard. And I was originally gifted this one, and it's the E100 brush from MIKASA, and I originally thought I would use it for eyeliner, but it's a little bit too big for eyeliner for me. But I love it to fill in my brows. It's honestly perfect. It's soft but a little bit stiff, which means that it's really easy to kind of place it on your eyebrows and draw in like individual hairs. It doesn't pick up too much product, so it's just amazing to fill in your brows. And finally, for makeup, my RODIAL powder. So I ran out of this recently and I repurchased it, and it is their contour powder, and oh my god, it is the most amazing contour powder I have ever tried. I just cannot rave about it enough. It is super finely milled, it is super natural, it's cool but not too cool that you look muddy, because it's not too dark, but it has enough kind of color that it defines my contour, and it blends in like a dream. Honestly, I have never tried a powder that is as good as this one. It is quite pricey, but you do get quite a lot of product in the pan. I think you get about 10.5 grams, so it is pretty good. And yeah, it is pricey, but the packaging is honestly beautiful. I've done a blog post about this one, so I'll link it below, but the packaging is beautiful. It has like it's all kind of chrome, and then it has like this bit here which looks like faux leather, and honestly it is so good. Moving on to skincare, favorite for this month has been the Armani Prima Glow On Moisturising Balm. Oh my god, this product is so good. So I had run out of my Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream, which I've been using for a long time, and I really like that product. And I thought I was going to repurchase that one, but I actually had Victoria from In The Fro talk about this product. I will link her channel below. She's honestly amazing. And she said this was so good, and I also had Amelia Liana talking about it, and she also said that it was kind of an improved version of the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I thought I would give it a go. And oh my god, I love it. It is a balmy sort of cream, but it's not very oily at all. Actually, it sinks in super easily into the skin. It actually feels really light when you apply it, but at the same time it really nourishes, plumps up and moisturizes your skin. And it kind of blurs over imperfections, and it gives you a beautiful kind of lit from within glow, but without feeling oily or greasy at all. It's a great base for makeup because foundation sticks on really well on top of it, and it just blurs over anything. So even when I'm not wearing makeup, I just apply this and my skin just looks like it's luminous and bright and just so much healthier than before I wear this. So I absolutely love it, and I actually wore it on my long haul flight to Tokyo, and it kept my skin really moisturized throughout the whole flight. I didn't apply any mask or anything, and it felt really good. So I absolutely love this product, and I would really recommend it if you're looking for a good moisturizer to wear under makeup. Another product I've rediscovered this month is this Dermalogica Overnight Clearing Gel. So I initially bought this based on a recommendation from Lisa Eldridge, and I used it for a while and then I sort of forgot about it and I stopped using it because I found other stuff. And this is actually supposed to be a gel that you apply when you get breakouts. And recently my skin has been in a really bad condition. I've been getting lots of breakouts. Although I have to say, since I've started using the Armani Prima that I mentioned earlier, my breakouts have sort of disappeared. So touch wood, it's going really well. I don't know if it's the moisturizer or what it is, but it's working wonders. And I So basically when I was getting the breakouts, I was reaching out for this gel because nothing else was working, and I thought, oh my god, I remember I have this gel, let me try it out. And basically what you're supposed to do is just apply this where you have your actual breakout, not all over your face because it's really, really drying. And I forgot how good this was. It is honestly amazing. It literally just dries out your spot in like 1 or 2 days. It actually makes it really dry, and then the skin just flakes off and it falls off. So while it's flaky, it's not the most attractive because the makeup kind of clings on, but it actually dries out your spots really, really quickly, and it's super effective. And yeah, I love it. It's a very, very good product. Also, on the topic of skincare are these masks that I bought when I was in Japan. They are from LUNASOL, and they are moist conditioning masks, and they are basically sheet masks. You get about 6, I think, in the packet. Yeah, 6. And they come in these little individual packages, and basically it's a sheet mask that you put all over your face, but it's a very, very thin sheet mask. It's different to the ones I've tried here in the UK. This one almost feels like paper thin. And what you do is you just apply it over your face, and it says that you need to be pressing it into your skin for about 3 minutes, and then you can take it off. But I actually left it on for about 15 or 20 minutes, and then the rest of the serum that I had on it, I squeezed it out and I massaged it into my skin, which is what they recommend you do anyway. And it's supposed to be a moisturizing mask, and oh my god, it is amazing. I'm honestly hooked onto sheet masks. I just love them. I think they work wonders. They work much more effectively than other masks, and although I do have other hydrating masks that I love, this one works really, really well, and I think it's great if you're having like an event and you want your face to just kind of be glowing. My face was really dry because I've been sick with a cold, and this area was particularly dry and flaky, and I put this on and my skin just looked like brand new. Honestly, it was moisturized, but it didn't break me out. It didn't make my skin greasy or oily, but it was just kind of plump and nourished and really brightening actually as well. It's a really, really good mask, and I know that Korean and Japanese beauty is kind of like, especially the skincare is just amazing, and I honestly can't wait to move to Tokyo, which by the way I am moving. If you didn't know, I will link my vlog that I did a few weeks ago telling you all about it. But basically I'm just so excited to try out their skincare because they honestly have amazing stuff. They had these like roll-ons that I saw at the airport when I was flying back, but it was literally out of stock, and they were these tools that you kind of roll on your face, and apparently it's supposed to kind of really tense up your skin and firm it up and really define your contours. So I am thrilled to go to Japan and get one of those. I can't wait to get my hands on one of those. I will link it below and let you know what product I'm talking about. I can't remember what it was called. It's called Faye or Fathy or something like that. But yeah, if you've heard about it and if you have anything to tell me about it, then please do let me know in the comments below. But yeah, this mask was really, really good, and I'm not sure if you can get it online. I will search, and if you can, I will link it in the info box below. But honestly, it was such a good mask. It was a really good kind of conditioning mask. It literally did what it said on the tin, but it was just so, so good. And I recommend leaving on for more than 3 minutes because for me, it just worked so well. Another hydrating mask that I wanted to talk about, which I know I've mentioned a lot of times before, but actually is so amazing, and I have been reaching out a lot for it these last couple of months, so I really wanted to mention it. It's the Hydra Phase Intense Mask by La Roche-Posay. It comes in this little tube, but it honestly lasts like a lifetime, and it is such a great hydrating mask. When I got to Japan, my skin had sort of an allergic reaction to something, or I don't know what happened, but basically it literally was all just peeling off, literally. All this area was just flaking off, and it was literally like falling apart. It looked awful. I couldn't apply any makeup because my skin was literally tearing and literally just peeling off and looking horrid. And what I did is that night I applied this Hydra Phase mask after I cleansed my face. I left it on for about 20 minutes and I applied it over my lips, over my face, and honestly the next morning my skin was almost back to normal. I applied it again that night, and then my skin was literally just perfect. It is the most amazing mask if you're like going on a long haul flight and your skin is feeling super dehydrated. Maybe just leave it overnight as well. It's not greasy, it's not oily, but it just really, really hydrates your skin and just brings all that moisture back when it really needs it. So I really love this mask, and I thought it deserved another mention. And finally, last but definitely not least, this CLARINS Serum Grandeur Enhancing Eye Lift Serum. Let's just say it in English, that it's easier. It's supposed to give you brighter, bigger and bolder eyes, and honestly I don't know about the brighter, bigger and bolder, but it's really, really good and really good at moisturizing your eye. I finished out of my eye cream and I asked for recommendations, and Honestly, somebody recommended this one and it is so good. It's basically like a serum, like a gel sort of texture, and you just apply it. You're supposed to press it in, and you can also apply it over the lid and over underneath your eyes and also on the eyelashes, and it's supposed to kind of make your eyelashes stronger. And I definitely do feel that my eyes feel really hydrated and nourished, and they do look definitely more kind of wide open and really lifted. So I've really been loving this one. They say that the effects sort of show up after 4 weeks, so I will report back. I haven't been using it for 4 weeks yet, I think. No, it's been about 3 weeks. So, but I can definitely tell that it's really hydrating. It sits really well under makeup. It also is really good. I'm using it kind of night and day, and I really like it. So that's it, guys. That was everything from me for this month. I hope you enjoyed this favorites video. Please let me know what you have been loving this month, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!